Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. On today's episode, we'll be learning how to make basic skirts. Come with me guys. How to make a basic skirt. Materials needed to make a basic skirt are you'll be needing your measurement tape, you'll be needing your scissors, you'll be needing your chalk and your fabric. You can use any fabric of your choice, but for today I'll be going with our high target, and I'm just using 1 yard because my measurement is actually not big. So my waist, I'll be working with waist 25, hips 35, and skirt length 18. So I'm working with this measurement. Waist is 25, hips is 35, and our skirt length is 18. So let's go as we start our cutting. Our first step is to fold your fabric into two before you start imputing your measurements. And I told us that our skirt length is 18. So you measure skirt length 18, and then you add 2 inches allowance for folding. 2 inches allowance for folding. Then this skirt is going to be a high waist skirt with 1 inch waistband. So you minus the 1 inch waistband to mark. So after that, you mark your hip line. Our hip line is 8. So you have 3 lines. You have your waistband, your waistline, your hip line, and your full length line, and your allowance line. So after that, you start to input your waist measurements, your hips measurements, and so on. So our waist is 25. Then you divide your waist by 4. 25 divided by 4, you get 5 half and quarter. So you place it and you add your 2 inches allowance for sewing. Then your hips, we are working with hips 35. Hips 35. You divide this by 4. When you divide it by 4, you have 8 and half. 8 and half. Then you mark it and add your 2 inches allowance. Then you join your points. You join the points from your waistline to your hip line. You join your points. It's going to be curvy. Then to join this other hip line to the full length line, to get it, you measure the full hip line measurement. You have 11, and then you minus 2 to get this point. You minus 2. If you minus 2 from 11, you have 9. So you impute your 9, and then you join your hip to your full length. That's it. It's that simple. After imputing your measurements, you join your line from your waistline to your hip line, and from your hip line to your full length line. And that's how your front skirt is going to be. Then we are going to proceed to cut. So you cut out your measured skirt just the way I'm doing. Cut it out this way. Yeah. So right now, this is the front bodies. You notch the full length. So after that, the next thing you're going to do is to cut out your back bodies. So you add your allowance for zip at the upside, and then your slit allowance at the down part. We'll be working with 2 inches. So 2 inches 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches from the top to the bottom. We work with 2 inches. After that, you just trace it out, just the way I'm doing. Trace out to get the back body, just like this. We are almost done. Okay, so right now we'll be sewing our basic skirt, and this is our zipper that will be used at the back. So the measurement for this zip, because the measurement person is not that big, we're using 7 for the zip length. So mark it this way so you will not be confused. Then our slits, we're using 5 for the slits. So 5 plus the 2 inches allowance for folding, that is 7. You mark it like so, so you will not be confused. So right now I'll be sewing from this place to this point. Be sewing from this point to this point, just like this. For this slit, there's something they call overlapping. If you're making a very short skirt, you don't need to open the slit like the normal slit, because it's going to be revealing your underwear. So we're doing what we call overlapping. So this is how you make it. When you get to this point, you sew to this other point, just like this. Then you open it up. Just watch the what I'm doing, just like this. Then you mark your chalk so you will know the particular line that you're going to sew. So you sew on this point, so that the slit is going to be lapping on the other. The slit, this other one, the left side, be lapping on the right side, just like this, for a perfect skirt, short skirt, in quote, short skirt. So you top stitch, and that is it. That is it. This is our zip that I'll be using. So there are different means of fixing zip. For this particular skirt, we'll be doing what we call cover zip. So the length of our darts, we're using 4 for the length. You mark it. This is 4. You mark it with your chalk so it will not exceed. You go in by 1/2 inch, and then a slant. That is how to get your dart. Very, very simple. So this is your dart. To give it that pretty shape, this is how to get your dart. We also put that in the front of the skirt. I told you earlier, we'll fix that in the front of the skirt too. So now that we are done with the ironing, we'll be placing our waist and hip measurements. Remember, we used waist 25, hips 35, and our hip line was 8. So we'll measure from here to 8. This is where you put your hip measurement on this hip line, on this hip line. And our hip measurement is 35. You're going to divide 35 ahead to draw our shape using our measurement. Waist 25. We divided it by 4, by 2 rather, and then we placed it here. Then our hip was 35. We did the measurement and we repeated it here, and the down part as well. So right now we'll be closing the both sides. We'll be closing the both sides. Our skirt is almost ready. Right now we'll go to the table to press the waistband for the skirt. Remember, we removed 1 inch during the cutting of the skirt, so we are placing it back in form of waistband. for some that don't know how to make waistbands, there's a tutorial where we teach you how we prepared waistband. Okay, so basic skirts, simple skirts is ready. You can see how it's looking very curvy and very fine. Everything is okay. The zip, the slits, the spreading, the waistband, everything is looking okay. So right now, our model will be testing it. You can see our skirt is screaming perfect. Everything is on point. The zip, everything is neat. So just fine. Okay, guys, thanks for watching.